President Mahinda Rajapaksa declared open the new Kaladi Bridge in Batticaloa today.
1,970 million rupees was spent on the construction of the Kaladi Bridge, which connects the east and the south of the country. The bridge was declared open by the President this evening. The bridge, which was built in the colonial era, was in a dilapidated condition. Another bridge was built parallel to the old bridge under the instructions of the President. The bridge is 288.35 meters in length and is 15 meters wide. Moving on to business news now, Minister of Petroleum Industries Anura Priyadarshini says it will not act beyond the agreement signed with the Lanka Indian Oil Corporation. The minister made this comment in response to a question raised at a media briefing today.
We have no problem. There's an agreement with the IOC and the CPSTL. 1/3 of this is sold to them. This was done by the United National Party. At no point will we abolish the diplomatic agreement because these are leased out. We would openly mention that we would not take a unilateral decision on this matter. We would take a decision by looking at this situation very openly. At the media briefing held today, journalists also questioned whether the oil tanks in Trincomalee, which were leased to the IOC, will be taken over by the state.
I must tell you, I am the minister in charge of the subject, and I have to think about the agreement reached between the two countries, and I will act according to that. And beyond that, I have no answer. Those who say that it is being taken over or used that has to be taken over, those are the thinking in their minds. But as the minister, I have a bigger responsibility. I just can't act according to certain people's conscience. No. But knowing very well that the friendship that India has had.
And there is no question about taking over.
And there is no question of taking over.
15 oral questions included in the Parliament agenda today went unanswered as there were insufficient parliamentarians in the chamber. However, views were expressed in Parliament today on a number of matters.
All standing orders and parliamentary traditions were violated in Parliament yesterday. There will be no opportunity to keep bringing up an issue on which the chair has already made a decision. Can a condolence motion be moved twice? We are all saddened by his demise. When speaking of the late President Hugo Chavez, we know that American agents feel it. It is not fair for him to come and sit here without knowing what happened and act as their agent. We are not surprised if he is doing this because of the ache he has to be their agent or to prove that he is still the agent of the USA and the West in this country. That is how he should act. Fidel Castro was a leader from that region who stood up against American imperialism. When the US asked us to act against him at that time, the UNP President J.R. Jayawardena said that it will not be done. He is shouting on the other side, I have not taken Chavez's money, Maharaja's money or Alice's money.
Mama Chavez ke sal littaranne, Maharaja ke sal littaranne, Alice ke sal littaranne.
කාරණා සම්බන්ධව තීන්දුවක් දීලා ඉවරයි. ඒ නිසා ඊයේ දවසේ දේවල් ගැන කතා කිරීමට
A request has been made for an unedited copy from the editor of the Hansard. It was recorded by the Hansard division and submitted to the engineering division at 7:15 in the evening on a request made by MP Sujiva Senasinghe at 8 p.m. We have a financial regulation here, but the finance minister is not here. At least listen to what they are saying and take a decision.
Now we are breaking it again.
Every rule has been broken to protect Minister Dilan Pereira. President Chavez has been brought to life twice. How do we continue this debate when the subject minister, Minister Amunugama, is not present? 25 finance bills were tabled last year. This matter was not raised even once. Why is it that I cannot bring this forth? You have no stance whatsoever. You say something today, another thing tomorrow. You reprimand Sirasa and then say good things about Sirasa. This was the game played yesterday. Don't waste time.
And we spent about 1 hour on this deputy speaker. but still my name has been mentioned and not a proper order being given by you.
So the same issue was raised by the Honorable Sajid Premadasa.
Yeah, so I'm saying it's a draft. Now draft.
I have taken notice of it.
Can you give order now? Give a ruling on that.
I will look into it.
If my name is mentioned
and required,
there's no ruling by you.
Required ruling will be given.
This is not inquiry. No, this is not.
I will take notice of what you say.
No, I'm not talking about inquiry.
Yes,
I'm not talking about inquiry.
notice of what you say.
It's not about inquiry. Either you don't understand.
Sir, whatever he says today was said yesterday, and you gave a definite order.
I was able to witness in this chamber MP Azwar, a person who has worked very closely with the media, is arguing that the unedited footage has been provided to Sirasa without actually looking at what was happening. Meanwhile, Minister Dinesh Gunawardena is saying that debates in Parliament should be provided to the media live.
The பார்லமெண்டத்தையே லைவ் டெலிகாஸ்ட் கொடுக்க வேண்டும் என்பதனை அவர் பேசிக் கொண்டிருக்கிறார். இந்த பேச்சுக்களுக்கு அப்பால்
Honorable Azwar, what's your point of order?
சிரசைக்கு கொடுத்தது கொடுக்கலாதல்ல என்னுடைய முக்கியமான கேள்வி இங்கே நடப்பது.
The problem here is not whether it was given to Sirasa when happenings inside Parliament have been expunged by the chair or the Deputy Speaker from the Hansard. Can these words be published through the media? You may have close ties with MTV as you are the creator of the Minnal program. There is no problem with that.
என்னுடைய எண்ணங்களை
உண்மையில் நான் நினைக்கின்றேன் இந்த வகையிலே நான் நினைக்கிறேன்
In truth, I believe that your close friend Gamni Fonseca, who was the Deputy Speaker of this House some time ago, was also a Group Director of the Maharaja organization. MP Azwar acted as his secretary. Thereby, I believe that everyone knows you had much closer ties with the Maharaja organization than I do. We know how closely you worked with the Maharaja organization when you were in the United National Party. But we did not come here to debate about this.
An article was published in the Daily Mirror, a daily newspaper today, on the recent telecast of views expressed by UNP parliamentarian Sujiva Senasinghe in Parliament on News First. The article reads, quote, "It was pointed out that the clips that were shown had been recorded from an iPad or a similar device which has been brought into the chambers," unquote. We can responsibly state that the footage in question was obtained from a compact disc that was legitimately issued by Parliament. Thereby, we are prepared to face any inquiry that may be initiated.